Let's talk food. It's something we all need, but imagine trying to feed 300,000 people every single day while sailing the open ocean. That's the daunting task facing the US Navy. It's a logistical ballet of epic proportions. And believe me, it's a dirtier job than you might think. Feeding a Navy isn't just about filling bellies. It's about maintaining morale. A hungry sailor is a grumpy sailor, and grumpy sailors don't win wars. So the Navy takes food seriously. They have to. Think about the sheer volume of food we're talking about. Mountains of fresh produce, rivers of milk, enough meat to make a butcher blush, getting all that food onto ships, keeping it fresh, and then preparing it into meals that are both appealing and nutritious. That's a recipe for a logistical nightmare. But somehow the Navy pulls it off every day. They've developed a system that's both efficient and effective, ensuring that every sailor, from the newest recruit to the most seasoned captain, gets the fuel they need to do their jobs. And that's something worth appreciating. So how does the Navy actually get all that food out to sea? It's a carefully orchestrated dance of logistics and manpower. It all starts with the supply officers, the unsung heroes of the mess hall. These folks are like the conductors of an orchestra, coordinating every aspect of the food service operation. They manage the budget, order the supplies, and make sure everything runs smoothly. It's a high-pressure job, especially when you're dealing with the unpredictable nature of the sea. Once the supplies are ordered, they need to be transported to the ships. This is where the replenishment ships come in. These floating grocery stores sail out to meet the fleet, often while both ships are still underway. Talk about a delicate operation. Imagine trying to transfer pallets of food from one moving ship to another using helicopters and high-tension wires. It's called underway replenishment, or UNREP, and it's a sight to behold. Now let's step back in time for a moment. Life aboard a Navy ship wasn't always so cushy. Back in the day, sailors ate what they could get when they could get it. We're talking hardtack and salt pork, folks, not exactly gourmet dining. But times have changed. Today's Navy ships boast state-of-the-art kitchens with all the bells and whistles. We're talking ovens that could bake a cake for 1,000 industrial-sized dishwashers, even ice cream makers. Morale is important, folks. And nothing boosts morale like a little soft serve after a hard day's work. The dining experience has evolved too. Gone are the days of lining up with tin plates. Today's sailors enjoy a more cafeteria-style experience. They can choose from a variety of dishes, sit down at a table and enjoy their meal in relative comfort. And let's not forget about mid-rats. The midnight snack for sailors on the graveyard shift. It's a Navy tradition that dates back generations, a small but important gesture that shows sailors that their hard work is appreciated even in the wee hours of the morning. Section 4. A taste of home, the 21-day menu cycle. Variety is the spice of life, even in the Navy. To keep things interesting and ensure that sailors are getting a balanced diet, the Navy has implemented a 21-day menu cycle. This means that every 21 days the menu repeats itself. Now I know what you're thinking, 21 days of the same food, that sounds awful, but trust me, it's not as bad as it sounds. The 21-day cycle is carefully planned to provide sailors with all the nutrients they need while also offering enough variety to keep their taste buds from getting bored. And the best part? No matter where in the world a sailor is stationed, they'll be eating the same meal as their shipmates back home. Section 5. A Legacy of Sustenance, the 1945 Navy Cookbook. Let's take a trip down memory lane. The year is 1945. World War II is raging, and the US Navy is fighting on multiple fronts. Food is scarce, and feeding a fighting force is a matter of national security. Enter the 1945 Navy Cookbook. This culinary Bible was the go-to resource for Navy cooks during the war. It contained hundreds of recipes designed to be both nutritious and easy to prepare, using whatever ingredients were available. This cookbook wasn't just about sustenance, it was about morale. A taste of home, even in the middle of a war zone, could make all the difference. The 1945 Navy Cookbook is a testament to the ingenuity and resilience of the greatest generation, and a reminder that even in the toughest of times, a good meal can make all the difference.